Good morning. Did you hear that owl last night? We have an owl. His name is Ollie. You know, we name all the animals around here. We have Ollie the owl. We have Marty the marmot, Chip the chipmunk, Gary the grouse. We have several others. You'll see them around the ranch. Yeah. Gosh, there's the sunrise. Pretty spectacular. We got back to Red Moose Ranch last night. Built ourselves that fire you might have seen. Awesome night, cold, crisp. Moon was bright, about 3/4 of a moon. And when I say we, I have my friend Caleb. He's gonna help me today. We are gonna burn some debris piles that are left over from an old house we took down. So let me tell you the backstory. Several years ago, we bought a piece of vacant land for $12,000. 20 acres for $12,000. Well, here a few years ago, before things got crazy in the real estate industry, we sold that piece and bought a different piece that had more timber on it. We wanted to use the trees, use the logs, projects we have going on. So today, we are going to start some burn piles. There was a house on that property that was built, I believe, in 1911, which was caving in. It was becoming dangerous. So we took it down last year, had some help with good friends of ours, and we took it down to the ground. Now it's in piles. I'll show you that. It's about 3 miles away from this place, from Red Moose Ranch. 22 degrees out right now. Feels like about 18. We got about 5-mile breeze, which is good for burning. Well, I could stand here all day and look at this view, but I need to get to work. Okay, these 3 piles you see used to be a house. That house used to be standing right there. You can't tell with the snow really, but there is the foundation. It's dug out a little bit. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna burn these piles. That's a pretty big one right there. And we're just gonna burn piles. Lots of snow on the ground yet, so we should be good to go. It's safe, not a lot of exposed grass, which even in the wintertime you got to be careful, because if it's super dry and you have a lot of exposed grass, that can still start on fire. I've even heard of fires starting under the snow, under the right conditions. But luckily we've had snow recently and it has melted, and even what's exposed is fairly wet. So I think we're safe. I called the sheriff's office, let them know that we were going to do a burn, which is kind of the recommended thing to do. So that way, if neighbors call and say, hey, there's a fire, they know what's going on. So I think we're going to look through these piles, maybe get a little bit more usable wood if we can. A lot of it's really gnarly. So yeah, this is the old house where the wood came from in the woodshed that I will show you if I haven't. I think I have. This wood was put in this house in 1911. And some of this wood, I figure by the size of it, probably born around 1750. Think about that. It's a lot of history. But yeah, this house was collapsing. It's very unsafe. But because it was an old house, people were still stopping by, taking pictures. So best to have it down. Keep people safe. All right, let's start a fire or two. Or three. Okay, right now we're gonna sort through this, get a few more boards that we might be able to salvage. What I want to do in the house that we plan on building here in the next couple of years, I'm going to use this old wood and make my own switch plates. Actually, my friend with a CNC is going to be making the switch plates, but look at that piece right there. You can tell that was cut with an old circular saw blade, not the bandsaw that you would see today. Another example. So we're gonna pick through, see if we can find some. They don't have to be big for a switch plate, but maybe something with character, something that's not cupped too bad. Yeah, that's pretty cool. This is a nice wide board, but it's split the whole way. Yeah, that looks good. What the heck didn't we keep this for? Okay, a little wonky. I think we can make something out of part of this. Okay, we have a gentle breeze blowing from behind me, so we're going to start a fire on this side of the pile and hopefully let it blow through. We have all these little lats. I'm sure you heard of lath and plaster. That's what these are. Little old pieces of wood. And they're all filled with nails and really starting to get punky. So really not much we can do with these, but they're gonna make great fire starters. Brought a little bit of leftover stuff from projects too, so I think this is gonna go pretty quick. Okay, little fire becomes big fire.
moving to get hot quick.
If I haven't mentioned it yet today, thanks for watching Life on the Moose. I really appreciate it. Okay, this is the old foundation. It's caved in, unsafe to walk on, but I think I'm gonna try to start a fire underneath. We made sure there were no cougars there, nothing, no tracks in the snow, but there were reports in the past, and we have seen cougar prints on the property and a cougar kill right behind us. So I'd like to get this foundation burnt as well, but there's so much snow, I'm not keeping my expectations where I had in this one, but everything else going awesome. So I'm at the very corner of the property. It goes up the hill, includes all the trees that you see here. And we're gonna build a cabin up on that ridge, starting perhaps next year. It's 20 after 11. We got 3 piles burned. We're throwing material from the outside back into the center where it's hot. So that's starting to take off again. Same with that pile. We did the same. This one is almost ready for that process, but it's a little too hot yet. And we got this one smoldering over here. So we're gonna let that burn down put out the rest overnight. And then maybe this spring, when a little more of the snow melts off, I'll have the opportunity to cut up this big log and get it burned as well. I might find some firewood out of it. We'll find a use for it. About time for lunch. Come on. There we go. Okay, so the biggest fire is on its last legs. We've been feeding it with stuff from around the perimeter. Just the little stuff that was stuck under the snow before. So I have a little bit more of that to do. And I'm gonna try and shovel some of those hot coals from the middle over into that edge and hopefully burn some of that a little bit better, because a lot of that is wet up against the snow, like I said. So yeah, I'll keep going. Whoa! 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 Mission accomplished. 3 burn piles down to the ground. Nothing left. Nothing smoldering. No smoke. We are out of here.
Well, after only a few hours, the fire is out, but the memories of this old house will smolder for years, and the wood from its walls will last even longer in upcoming projects you'll want to see. Be sure to watch our next video where I'll work on the interior of the off-grid tiny cabin and continue work on Red Moose Ranch. If you like this video, please like it below and subscribe so you'll never miss out on what's coming next. Until then, this is Life on the Moose.